What up, everyone? Time for another Megagrey Let's Play, and as you can see, I'm playing me some Ys. Specifically, the TurboGrafx CD remake of the first two Ys titles. But yeah, it's the Virtual Console version, so nope. Don't actually have a Turbo CD and the actual disc and all that jazz. Because TurboGrafx 16, that's a wallet-busting abyss I dare not gaze into. Oh man, this is just still so friggin' epic. This is like Link to the Past level of friggin' epicness. But I'm on a clock, so we're just gonna skip this. And here we go, one of the Ys goddesses. Name escapes me at the moment, because... Well, then again, I did do a brief practice run. Oh, fuck. Brief practice run, I pretty much went through the whole thing preparing for this. And it's a good thing, too, because I forgot how maze-like the second half of this is. Anyway, start at the beginning. Oh yeah. I wish I could go back in time and actually play this in 1990 when I was 8 years old. So it could blow my mind the way it was meant to blow my mind, because, like so many other American kids, I was just raised on an NES. A Sega Master System, a TurboGrafx 16, I had none of that. And then this thing comes on, the CD add-on to the TurboGrafx 16, and it has voice acting, CD quality music, and all sorts of touches to it. So, like a lot of other people, this particular version of Ys 1 and 2, I was introduced to when I got it through the Virtual Console, and I don't know, maybe it's because I'm so damn old, I was able to put myself back in the mindset of an 8-year-old boy back in 1990 and let myself be blown away, even though at this time when this came out, when did I think it was 2010 when I got this Virtual Console and played through it. Plenty of examples of good voice acting in games by then. All sorts of great stuff for the PS3, Xbox 360, Feast for the Eyes, and yet there's still something special about the presentation here. Yeah, darn frickin' tower. It's always gets my heart racing when I see that. It's like seeing the Tower of Hera when you're standing on top of the pyramid in A Link to the Past. It's like that thing looming in the background. Eventually you're gonna have to go there. How long have I been rambling? It's been about 3.5 minutes, and that's the Rhoda tree. Or maybe it's something else. So the translation for this version of Ys was kind of janky. But still, better this when it comes to American versions than the Sega Master System version. I played that briefly, I do have it, but it's just kind of clunky. I'm glad this was my first introduction to an Ys game. You know, for such a badass swordsman, it's like the way his sprite animates, it's just so chibi. It's so kawaii. Alright, basically telling you who you gotta see in the town immediately. Oh no, wait, I start there. So, basically, from a storytelling perspective, this is pretty basic. You're a destined hero, brave swordsman, and you gotta come save the land of Asteria and eventually the mythical land of Ys. Alright, before I go load up on equipment, there's a way to get a little quick profit. First I want to find... Okay, here's the pub. Talk to the one-eyed man. Lost an expensive sapphire ring for his wife, and now I gotta go find it. Well, you get hints if you talk to some people. Oh yeah, I love how in this translation it's not monsters or devils that you fight, it's goons. It's like, what are they? Like, they work for a mob boss? Goons. And what do you gotta say? Okay, father's the mayor of the next village. That's gonna be important later. Oh, this is important. Have you heard about the man in the black cape? He's a real creep. There's something dreadful about this man. His cape glows a pale light. Beware of him. You're gonna get plenty of clues about that, jackass. Telling you to stay away from the mine. Okay. Okay, here. See, I saw the owner of the trading shop pick up a sapphire ring a while ago. He's the kind of guy who would sell his own mother. Well, that gives you... Now you gotta find the pawn shop, and I believe this is it. Bye. Okay, so that blew all the money I had, so how am I gonna get fucking equipment now? So Sarah will give me instructions on where to go next. Give the ring to him. And you get some experience points, as long as 500 gold in profit. Now we can start outfitting ourselves. I think... Okay, here's the armory and the weapon shop. That... Over here, I think I still only have enough money for one. Let's try the shield. I need to go out and grind a little. That's cool. Grind's the name of the game in these old school RPGs. Equipment. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I talked to you already. Who haven't I talked to? Oh, this is gonna be important. Silver harmonica was stolen. That's one thing you're gonna learn, like, talking to a lot of people here. It's like, all sorts of silver objects have been stolen. Gee, I wonder if that's a clue. Oh, and another interesting thing, this is not an ambidextrous sprite. He's always holding his sword in his right hand, something Castlevania never picked up on, even decades later. Anyway, I'm gonna save real quick. Okay. 1 and 3 are the slots I'm gonna use. And... yeah, some rockin' tunes. It's another thing about the E-series, it's known for some bitchin' tunes. And in the beginning, I had like a highlight-esque thing of just running into the enemy. I'm gonna get him a little off-center and... Shkadoo! Yeah, highlight did the sort of thing first, but it's no good. I guess the game has a kind of a PC game feel to it. Wasn't Highlight also a PC game before it was ported like to the NES and everything? Ooh, 666 gold. And enemies regenerate pretty fast. Thankfully, so does your health when you stand still, except in dungeons unless you have a special item. Alright, we got enough for the shield now, but let's see if we can level up. Oh, only one This game does that Symphony of the Night thing. It's like the higher your level, the less experience older enemies give out, until they only give one apiece. But still, we barely start... No, wait, hang on. Oh, we already went up a level. Well, that explains it. Now let's do it anyway. So yeah, to a grown man who was raised on an NES, this is still a wondrous experience. It's just a delightful game. It's a privilege to be able to just go back and play this, especially now since the Virtual Console store is down, and I don't know if you can get this particular version anywhere else via than just straight up emulation. This is the version I prefer. I've watched part of a run of the PSP port of this in East 2, Necro VMX's, but I don't know, it just felt empty to me, just watching it, just didn't have that flair, that spark. I would like to actually play the original Ys. I mean on the PC-88, because I just have Ys 1 by itself for the Sega Master System again, but the original version on the original hardware. I saw one YouTube video about that, someone even had to have a FrameMeister hooked up for it. Hey, I got me a FrameMeister. I got my Wii hooked up to a FrameMeister right now, so I can do that. So going back and me, who was raised on NES, playing games like this, or the original version of Metal Gear, which thankfully I can do without emulation, with the PS2 version, like MGS3 Subsistence, it just opens my eyes, you know? This whole other world of gaming. It's like gaming PCs in Japan. You had what this was on the PC 8801, and the MSX, of course, that's mostly known for Metal Gear, and other things like the Sharp X68000, which had that really excruciatingly ball-busting difficult version of Castlevania, and okay, I'm just rambling, and we got what we needed. Leveled up. Yeah. Let's go get that shield and get going. Let's get it on. Shield. How long have I been playing this? Maybe about 12 minutes. Equipment. So yeah, I did do a bit of a practice run, so I'm not going to be fumbling in the dark like some shit with the Super Mario World run I just finished up. Have you heard about the Books of Ys? No. Well, actually I have, but we're just going to play along. Ys, name of an ancient country that existed long ago. The history of Ys was recorded in 6 volumes known as the Books of Ys. When Ys vanished, the 6 books disappeared as well. The crystal indicates that one of the Books of Ys is in the shrine. Well, yeah, I'm like the hero of this story. I'm the brave swordsman and all that jazz, so yeah, let's do this, babe. Forget exactly what this does, but I think it's one of those passive items. As long as it's on your person, it'll do shit. And I leveled up again. Nice. Might as well play it safe and save, because it looks easy, just running into enemies and boom, they're dead, but eventually stronger enemies can gang up on you, or you can make a mistake. Like, again, it's best to go into them a little off-center. That's how you get the best results, but see, I faced him head-on and I got bumped around a little. Thankfully I have so much armor on, my level so high that the damage was negligible, but